you just recognize there are going to be peaks and valleys in terms of your bandwidth. And so you just have to recognize and be attuned with what you need. January 1st is easy. It's February 15th that's hard. The gym is empty, the library is quiet, and your motivation has left the building. Welcome to what I call the fading February. If this describes you right now, you're just like, I don't have the energy to do anything related to my dissertation. Don't be ashamed. Just know that this is part of the journey. And also, don't take it personal. Your waning energy isn't a character flaw. It's easy to get excited about the success of accomplishing whatever ambitious goal you have for yourself. Maybe you said, I wanted to finish my whole dissertation proposal in a month, whatever it is, right? But at times that there's sometimes an expiration date on that excitement because the work becomes very difficult to do and our energy, we just don't have enough of it to do it. And this is why sometimes when we have this new year, new me, we get very excited and then it just wanes off. And I know if you're in that boat, it's okay, but I want to recognize and I want to reset us to kind of talk about how we make February a month where we actually get more accomplished with our dissertation and move this thing along. Because we know oftentimes that this is the time of year where our ambitions with our dissertation sometimes go to the wayside with reality and how life is just these days just hitting us hard. I mean, just to give an example, y'all, how many emails do you get on a consistent basis? I mean, over the winter break between December 15th and I would say January the 2nd, I had about a it was 300 and something emails in my work email. It's impossible. There's always going to be stuff pulling at you. But as you all are getting to this point, it's going to be mindful about how do we laser in and focus and concentrate in order to finish our dissertation. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Dr. Ramon Goings. I'm founder of Done Dissertation. And at Done Dissertation, our goal is to help doctoral students write and defend their dissertation in record time and help support faculty to become better mentors for you all as doctoral students. On this show, we always focus on student related things, but I want you all to know that this episode of From ABD to PhD show is sponsored by the Done Dissertation Velocity Coaching Program. In our Velocity Coaching Program, our whole purpose is to help you fast track your writing so that you can finish your dissertation this year. And so if you're looking to make quick progress and you're looking to get a system, have an accountability structure in a community to get done, scan the QR code here on your screen or go to www.velocitydissertation.com to learn more about how we can help you get to the finish line. Now, let's get into getting through the February kind of fading part. And so, one of the things I want us to consider when we are thinking about this is that in order sometimes when our motivation has gone down with our work and we just don't have the energy, it's sometimes because of how high we've set our goal. And what I want us to do is that, and I'm a firm believer in this, I do this to this day, is that I'm all about having quick wins. Because once I have a win or two, it gives me the encouragement to keep pushing forward on the things that are challenging. And so, what I want you to do is consider setting your goals at the floor right now instead of the sky. Some of you all are, the goals are so hard and so insurmountable that it's just not doable. I'm going to give an example. Let's say, for instance, you maybe had 15 of 40 pages written on your literature review, just to give an example, and you said like, all right, by the end of this week, I'm going to finish the literature review. Well, I'm not saying that's insurmountable, but you have to recognize: do I have the capacity and bandwidth to do that? Maybe the goal should be, hey, I'm going to finish up 2 sections on the lit review, knowing I have maybe 2 out of the 5 I have left. Now we can get to doing something, but sometimes we set our goal too high and it becomes overwhelming. And then what I've learned from working with a lot of overachievers like yourself is that once you set that high ambitious goal, you're going to work to get to it, right? And you're going to work hard. And then it gets to a point where you set whatever arbitrary deadline you had for yourself and you look up at that goal and you realize like, oh my God, there's no way I can get up that high to get it. And so you're like, oh, I'm a failure. And you start having all this negative talk. And then what that manifests into is you saying, I can't do this process. I don't want to do it anymore. And then what happens is that happens over a course of a few days, which turns into a month, which turns into a year. And you'd be surprised about how fast this can set in and just grow like a weed, if you will. Because your mind is one of the strongest things that you have. And it's the thing that you need to get through this process. And the writing and the thinking already in its of itself is difficult. Don't give yourself the negative self-talk to add on top of that. It's like almost like saying like my weight limit to bench press is, I don't know, 200 pounds. And then it's like, oh, let me just add on 400 more pounds and get it up there. There's no way you can do it. And it is unnecessary because you don't need all that extra weight. And so for you, don't put on the extra weight of like all the negative self-talk. Again, I hope this again is resonating. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I want this episode to be really mindful about what you all are experiencing and how do we get through and overcome it. Because again, we know this time of year is like the semester's finally started, things are back in flow, kids in school, spouse, everything, life is just happening, life is lifing. And it's like, how do I grasp at getting this dissertation done in the midst of all the chaos? And so I just know that just part of it. Now, once we recognize and we kind of set our bar low to start, and then we get set up higher from there, is that you have to recognize and understand what bandwidth do you have and what is your energy level. And Renee, who is CEO of Dunder Station, always refers to this book called Do Less. And in the book, you could talk about how sometimes get achieving things in life is about doing less, because our energy does not let us have the bandwidth needed to do more. And so it's not saying that you're not getting things done, but your bandwidth right now, you just don't have the ability to get it done at the level you envision. Sometimes this happens. This happened recently where I had a couple of days where I couldn't get much sleep. And so for me to actually, sit and record content and like think through things was just impossible. I actually needed rest. So you have to be mindful of this. Like, this is something that I battle with all the time as someone who has wears multiple hats as a faculty member. I'm a department chair. Doing work with done dissertation, recording this content. Like, all these things are just things that attack my bandwidth and attack my energy, and so I have to be mindful of that. One of the things that oftentimes I will say as you're writing your dissertation to consider is that when you are, sitting there at your document, and you're trying to write and it's just not happening for you, and you feel like, oh my God, I've been here for an hour and I'm writing, a paragraph. Maybe today in this writing session is not your time to actually do the creative process of getting the ideas out of your head onto the page. That's what we call the creative mode of writing. However, maybe that day, because you don't have the energy to create, maybe it's your producer, writing session, where in the producing mode of writing, what we suggest is that students focus on editing, revising, reworking things, because that may be all you have the capacity to do. And that may just look like, hey, what I have capacity to do in this 30 minutes is find the 5 citations that I'm missing in my chapter. Or today, all I have the capacity to do is fix up my reference list. Whatever it is, you got to figure out what your capacity is, and just go about it that way. Because again, imagine if you had like a taxing day at work and you're trying to, you do work all day 9 to 5, and you get home, you have a family you're taking care of, and you have to do family work. And then by the time it looks up, it's about 9 o'clock, and you're like, oh, I need to write because I didn't write today. But you're exhausted. Work tired you out, the kids, the family tired you out, and you just don't have it. You're trying to pull from something that's just not there. I'd rather you take the second, get your energy back, get a good night's rest, maybe wake up an hour earlier in the morning, maybe do your writing before work, and then you have the rest of the day to do the things that you normally would do. So again, it's like playing around with what is the bandwidth and what's the best way that you are able to, deal with, writing. And if you're looking for a strategy around this, around the writing, we have a free training. It's called Elevate Your Academic Writing. You can scan the QR code here on the screen to get access to it, or you can go to the dundissertation.com/elevate. And this training will kind of show you a writing strategy and process in order to become a more proficient academic writer. Because I know sometimes it's like, I need the bandwidth, but I also need some strategy as well. And so you can scan the QR code to get access to this training. And we'll have the links are in the show notes as well, to get access to the training. But again, I know this is such an important thing. Our bandwidth is so important and something we don't recognize. And we were just talking about at one of our coaching calls right after the new year. We were doing our check-ins with everyone, and most of the folks in the group said, I asked, well, how was your writing? How are things over break? And they were like, hey, Dr. Goins, Dr. Vella, like, I just needed a break. Like, I just did nothing for about a week. I needed a break. I just didn't realize how much I needed to reset, because I'd been, grinding so hard leading up to the end of the semester. Like, you just recognize there are going to be peaks and valleys in terms of your bandwidth. And so you just have to recognize and be attuned with what you need. Now, the third aspect of this thing when we're dealing with kind of like the fading February is recognizing that you have to have an accountability structure in place. Because if you have someone who's been ABD, right, all you have left is writing your dissertation. If you've been at this point longer than 2 years, a year, really a year, in the same spot. So maybe if it's taking you longer, but you're making progress, that's cool. But if you've been stuck at the same spot, Partly it might be that you might be lacking an accountability structure. I know for a lot of students, like we have the accountability built into our coursework. It's easy. I have an accountability because I have to show up to class each week, and I have accountability because there's a grade, and I don't want to lose. I don't want to. I want to make sure I stay enrolled in this doc program, and I don't want to lose out any tuition funds I paid, or I don't want to lose my graduate assistantship or whatever. So like, there's this embedded accountability structure within coursework. And one of my mentors, shout out to Dr. Chance Lewis, he always often says like, students, I can hold you accountable by assignment in the class. That's how we hold you accountable. But when we get to the dissertation, there's no one over you saying, oh, you need to submit this by X date. And so sometimes that structure is missing. And that's exactly why we created the Velocity Coaching Program, to give that structure. Because one thing I know and I benefited from when I was a student is that I created that structure myself, and one of my accountability partners, we had the structure. So we literally both wrote our dissertations I wrote mine in 7 months. Dr. Walker wrote his in about 6 months, and he defended his within 7 months, like start to finish. And so, like, this is the thing that you can do if you have that structure in place. But I know a lot of programs don't have it, and this is partly why we're starting to work with universities like yours to give the university the infrastructure to help you all as students. And with that, this is why we do what we do in our Velocity program, to really give you all the system and the strategy and the tools so that you can just deal with the process of getting the ideas from our head onto the page and refining your ideas. And then from there, allowing us to help support you with feedback and getting you prepared on how to navigate the process. Because again, you're dealing with a whole bunch of things with politics and dealing with people. And a lot of times that is what holds you up from finishing. And that's what we do in our Velocity Coaching Program. And so if you would benefit from that type of support and structure and accountability, you can learn more about our program by going to www.velocitydissertation.com. Again, it's www.velocitydissertation.com to learn more about how we can help you get to the finish line. It's that time of year. Where are you struggling? What has been holding you up so far? Let us know in the comments. We love to read what you all are saying. It really helps us understand if our content is, reaching the people it needs to reach. If something has resonated with you, let us know. If you have other questions, let us know. And one of the biggest favors you can do by watching the end of this episode is that you can hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, or if not, go to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe, because we are a little bit short of 2,000 subscribers at the time of this recording, and we're trying to get over that mark. And then we found out like about 85%, or actually 95% of people who watch our channel are actually not subscribed. So they're just finding us, happen to find us. So make sure that you subscribe to know when we have future episodes. And if you're following us on any other social media platform, make sure that you connect with us on those platforms as well. And then share this out. Share this with someone in your cohort. Share this out to a faculty member. Share this out somewhere where someone could get some insight and some benefit from it. Because again, we want to make sure that we're helping support thousands of students at Done Dissertation get through the process. And so with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching this episode of From ABD to PhD Show. My name is Dr. Ramon Goings. And until next time, I wish you a Done Dissertation. Take care.